104.7 The Cave plays pure classic rock.
104.7 The Cave, Mike and Meghan in the studio, online reviews. As always, the lawyers would like me to tell you these are not our views. As a company or station, merely reviews we found online after hours and hours of searching. I do a lot of searching.
Yeah.
Searching. So Meghan never knows what we're talking about until she's in here with me. Today, we're going to do part 2 of the very, very popular Professor Reviews.
Rate my professor.
Now, I know last time I didn't say we'd had any local ones on that list, but I was way wrong. And I paid the price. We got one from Oklahoma State University in here this time. And that's all I see.
Okay.
So I think we're good.
All right.
Oklahoma State, I don't think they can hear us. So that's okay. So, go ahead and read those Professor Reviews.
As soon as you start laughing, it's just like, uh-oh.
I don't remember them until I see it, and then I remember what I wrote when I read them when I saw them for the first time. It makes me good.
All right. Regarding engineering professor Rod James at Montana Tech, it's basically 5 minutes passes. It's essentially 5 more minutes. It's like flail in the air. Well, what do you think? He can't describe it. He's like...
He's just wanting to move erratically. You did a pretty good job of reading that. That's kind of how I saw it. Yeah, it was good. I know you were trying to figure out what he was saying and didn't do it until the end, but I was right there with you. That's why I laughed, because I remember reading it.
I'm kind of talented like that. Regarding history professor Lorraine Gessick at University of Nebraska, Omaha. Hey, my family might know some of these people. This teacher is like a squirrel. Like she eats like one or what? Like regarding biology professor.
She runs in front of cars.
Like,
dares students to walk in front of her. Then she acts like she's going to walk in front of them, but then looks at them, stops there, pauses, starts to go, but then turns around and goes back.
I swear that they literally play a game with each other. Like that's like it's like their Russian roulette. It's their game of Russian roulette.
If you live in Center City, you know what I'm talking about. The squirrel population.
Awful.
Must be taken down.
But I swerve every time, though.
I do too. I throw my brakes on, and I look at them, and they look at me, and they're like, ha.
I know. Like, they win if you get to stop the car. That's the game.
Pretty soon, when the food shortages start, that's when it ain't gonna be no game anymore. It's gonna be squirrel. Hey, guess what? Guess what we're having for dinner tonight?
Yeah.
It still happens. Anyway.
Regarding biology professor Kurt Ringer at University of Nevada, Las Vegas, it's like the biology department wanted to play a practical joke on us. I hoped on the last day the dean would come in and say, gotcha, but it never happened. Regarding economics professor Meir Cohn at Dartmouth, I hear dude was in the Israeli army. I wouldn't be surprised if he'd killed someone with his own hands.
Dang. Those were my gym teachers.
I was going to say, like, at least that wasn't your, like, athletic teacher.
Not an Israeli army. I heard those dudes are hardcore, though.
I did, too. It's kind of scary. Regarding mathematics professor Ivy Forbes at Princeton, lost all hope that I'd get anything out of this course when I went to the bookstore and found out that the text for it was Math is Hard by Barbie. That has to be a joke. It has to be.
That is hard.
It's so hard. Regarding chemistry professor Thomas Teckett at New Mexico Military Institute, he made a lot of drug references in my class. Maybe he likes to party. Maybe you should hang out with him.
Where is that guy again? What college?
New Mexico Military Institute.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
What it says. Regarding anthropology professor Linta Varghese at Vassar College, class is a serious health liability, meaning that it makes me want to kill myself 3 times a week.
Oh, mama. God.
But that's kind of like the college experience, I would say.
Well,
a little bit.
That's why some of us spent most of the time under the influence of something.
Regarding statistics professor Deline, what is with these names? I can't even pronounce half of them. I'm sorry.
I know. The days of Frank Smith are long gone.
It's at Duke University. Ew, I can't. Smells like old Band-Aids. What more can I say? It's so gross. Ew. Oh. Regarding aerospace professor Beth Bjerke at University of North Dakota, throw stuff at her. I can just picture our classmates like throwing stuff at the teacher.
All right, man. You said it.
That's how you get an A, guys. Just throw stuff at the teacher.
You won't get charged.
Regarding journalism professor Yvonne Whitmore at Kent State University, she has the technical ability of an 80-year-old Pennsylvania Dutch cowhand. Oh my God.
These descriptions are priceless.
They're hilarious.
We'll get to part 2 on the way next on 104.7 The Cave. 104.7 The Cave. Mike and Megan in the studio. Another edition of Professor Reviews today in online reviews. Not our views, according to the lawyers. Not mine. I definitely didn't leave any reviews from my professor. I love it. I'm trying to think of like the ones that I'm local, so if I do, some of them are probably still teaching. So I probably shouldn't say anything.
I might have left one, and it's okay because he's like, he lives in another state now, so he's not going to hear this. But it was my screenwriting professor, and I was convinced that he was taking our scripts and like trying to sell them to people in.
Are you serious?
I swear.
Man.
And I don't
Because
know.
how would you know? I mean,
right,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Until it like comes out, and then you're like, whoa, wait,
That's
like.
so familiar, but then you have to prove it.
But we also found out that like screenwriting, it's like super weird because you could have essentially the same movie and you could change like the character names, or you could just change like one or two things about it, and then it's not yours anymore. I'm like, oh man, he's gonna make a lot of money. I have a lot of good ideas burning up here.
Well,
you know?
I had the same class at MSU, and my professor, I guess she had written for like Star Trek, space.
That's
design,
awesome. What?
like sci-fi stuff. She was really good. It actually got me into doing it. I just don't have the time and definitely not the patience. But I'm trying to think. The teachers I liked the most were the ones that treated me like a peer. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And the ones I hated were the ones that just were there to, like, I could essentially just if I could turn a manual into a living being, that's what they were.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes, exactly.
And that's not what you pay for. Like, you want the experience, and I hope that it's just like anything else in life. Isn't there bad things?
Yep.
The one thing that always aggravated me to no end was when I started getting into like audio recording stuff, like really higher levels. They had a professor she was amazingly good at Pro Tools and stuff like that, but she could barely speak English.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
And the thing that drove me crazy was I had 2 separate semesters with her.
Yep.
And it got to the point where it's like, I get what you guys are trying to do. She's extremely talented.
She is.
But you cannot explain certain things if you don't understand the language.
Exactly.
And she would just be like, I don't, and you're like, well, I got to understand this stuff. So you ended up just spending another 3 hours trying to figure it out on your own.
Yep.
It's so stupid.
Yeah.
And then you're paying for
and
that.
And I was just saying, at that point, like, especially if you're taking 15 or 18 credits, you really don't have time to be spending anything on that.
And that's the thing. Like, I always frustrated me to no end. Because I was like, I'm paying for this. Some idiot. I mean, yeah, she's really good, but let her go be an audio producer somewhere.
Yes. She's
Don't
that
hire
talented.
her to teach. Don't hire her to teach children because she can't understand. It's like me going to Africa and trying to teach these kids how to play guitar. Like, I wouldn't even know how to. I'd just show them and say, "This is how," and then we'd get so far, but that would be it.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't speak the language.
Exactly.
And
you have to make them understand
and they'd be
it
like,
too.
Oh God. Anyway.
Well, let's start seeing what other people have to say about professors.
Went down that road. Whoa.
Regarding biology professor Arnon Riken at Oklahoma State University, I guess he is hard to understand if you're a backwoods redneck who only speaks American. Jeez Louise. Sorry, we're both coughing in here. Regarding communication professor Valerie Vance at Oregon Institute of Technology, Buyer beware, product notorious to implode on impact. I've had a couple of those teachers too where I'm just like, oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Regarding mathematics professor Juan Jorge at Carnegie Mellon University, he is the awesomest man alive and his wife makes great breakfast. Okay.
Sounds like a scene out of Animal House. Man, keep on going.
Regarding fine arts professor Louis Alonso at Rhode Island School of Design, he took photographs of a young, pretty figure model and then never even used them in class. Oh, no. Regarding mathematics professor Leslie Cohn at the Citadel, if I had a choice between taking another one of Professor Cohn's classes and being saturated with brown gravy and locked in a room with a Wolverine that is high on PCP, then I honestly believe that I would choose the latter of these two choices. Oh my gosh. Regarding mathematics professor Margot Law at South Dakota State University, I feel sorry for people I know that don't know about her yet. Sorry, like someone watching a cat get caught in a garbage disposal. Poor cat. Don't be a cat.
Whoever's teaching these kids how to write, that's why we're not hearing anything about the kids, because that's some description right there.
Exactly. Regarding sociology professor Margie Miller at Christian Brothers University in Tennessee, she is a breakfast cereal professor, fruit, nut, and flake.
We'll get to the conclusion on the way next on 104.7 The Cave. 104.7 The Cave. Mike and Megan in the studio today. Online reviews and another edition of Professor Reviews. Peer reviews. Not really peers. It's being graded by people who pay for college. Now, you know what thought crossed my mind? What if they let kids do this?
What do you mean?
Second grader.
Oh my gosh.
Timmy Smith wanted to give a review for Miss Adams, and it says, not enough recess.
Yes, that would be hilarious.
She yells a lot.
That would be really good.
Yeah.
Oh, she yells. That would break my heart.
Well, I'm not saying I'm making this up, but I'm just saying, like, what would Timmy say
But I
about
just thought
this?
of this little Timmy kid and how sad he must be to keep
He's the one.
I'm sorry, I have a really big imagination.
They just sit there and look at the kid always in the corner. It's life,
I want to
man.
go hug them. Like every time they get in trouble, I'm like, it's okay. But then they turn out to actually deserve to be sat in the corner because they're really mean. So.
Can't fix everything. And I'm living proof of that. So let's.
Regarding sociology professor David Bailey at Sam Houston State University, how can you teach a marriage course when you've been divorced 3 times?
Whoa!
I would definitely take the advice of a person who's been divorced 3 times.
She must have reads like a manual. That's awesome. Anyway.
Regarding psychology professor Harold Miller at Brigham Young University, I'd rather have bamboo shoots grow in my fingernails than take this class again. That just it sounds so painful. Can it really be that bad? That's what I'm wondering.
Again,
I mean, I've had bad teachers.
It's the entitlement.
Yes.
Just give me an A.
Regarding science professor Lyndon Higgins at University of Vermont, she spells chromosome wrong. That should tell you something. She teaches science. Regarding physics professor Joseph Solani at Virginia Tech, he might even run you over with his car if you don't look while crossing the street. He has already done it once. How old does he take his license away? Regarding physics professor Elizabeth Zeta at Evergreen State College, I think that lady should be brought up in front of the War Crimes Court in the Hague for things she did to those poor students. Oh my gosh. Regarding political science professor Jerry Beller at West Virginia State University, OMG, one word, peanuts. You know the teacher on peanuts? Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, when they're on the phone. Charlie Brown. Womp, 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 womp. Yeah.
I had no idea what that was going for. I was like, what, he eats a lot of peanuts in class?
That's how kids hear adults. It's
fact.
True.
It's
scientific fact.
Yeah. Regarding biology professor Dale Noel at Marquette University, favorite quotes from Dr. Noel: The grass in our yard is wait, what? I can't. The grass in your yard is a grass. This is a diagram of a diagram. What?
I think that's where he's trying to explain what it's like taking that professor. Like, you just can't. You're like, what the hell?
These are quotes. Like, he straight up said this in class. Regarding sociology professor Gary Hamp at University of Wyoming, class was way easy and a great class, but I got yelled at for eating a bagel because it's a very bad thing.
Bagel?
Bagel. Well, how was he eating the bagel, I guess is
That
the
might
question.
Oh, dude. Real. Dude. You want to get on a soapbox, go into a meeting with a guy who chews gum with his mouth open.
Oh, no. Ugh.
Dude,
I hate anybody who
nothing
eats with...
infuriates me more. Like, I will throw a table across the room.
That's actually really funny.
You start doing that stuff around me, I'm going to say, listen, your parents did a bad job. Someone should have spoke up early on in your life and told you, close your mouth when you chew.
I do it to Nick when I have gum just to mess with him, and he hates it.
Nick, I love you, and I'm right there with you. Megan, thank you.
104.7 The Cave plays pure classic rock.